Do you feel like you are living behind a cloud? Not a dramatic breakdown, not a crisis, just fog. That invisible weight sitting right behind your eyes from the moment you wake up. You brew the coffee, you scroll the phone, and you keep waiting for your brain to finally turn on. But it never really does it? You are not lazy, you are not broken, and you are definitely not imagining it. But here is the question nobody is asking you. What if the problem is not your brain at all? What if the off switch for your exhaustion has been sitting inside your gut this entire time? Think about the last time you had a genuinely sharp, clear, productive day, when ideas came fast, when you finished sentences without losing the thought midway. Now think about what you ate the day before. You probably never made that connection, but your body was making it the whole time. In the next 12 minutes, we are going to talk about the biological highway that runs from your gut straight to your brain, how it gets blocked, what that does to you, and exactly what you can start doing today to clear the path. We are about to rewire your second brain. Stay with me. Welcome to Vital Reset Health. This channel exists for one reason: to give you the science your doctor doesn't have time to explain, translated, practical, and applied to your actual life. In 2026, the conversation about gut health has moved somewhere most people haven't caught up with yet. For years, the wellness world was obsessed with probiotics. Take a capsule, repopulate your bacteria, feel better. And while probiotics have their place, researchers have now confirmed something far more important. Your gut is not a passive digestive organ. It is a command center in constant real-time communication with your brain. The name of that communication channel is the vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve in your body. It originates in your brainstem, winds through your chest, passes your heart and lungs, and terminates deep in your gut. And it works in both directions. Your gut talks to your brain, and your brain talks back thousands of times per day until something breaks the signal. That breakdown is what we are here to fix. I'm going to show you exactly how to restore this connection, reclaim your focus, and stop accepting mental fog as your baseline. Let's start with the fact that most people hear and refuse to believe because it sounds too strange. 95% of your serotonin is produced in your gut, not in your brain, in the lining of your intestines, manufactured by specialized cells triggered by your gut microbiome. And according to research published in early 2026 by the California Institute for Neuroenteric Research, approximately 50% of your dopamine, your motivation and focus chemical, is synthesized or regulated through gut-derived pathways. Let that land. The chemicals your brain uses to make you feel capable, engaged, and sharp are not being made in your brain. They are being made in your gut and then transmitted upward through the vagus nerve. Which means if your microbiome is imbalanced, if the wrong bacteria are dominating, if inflammation is running unchecked, your happiness and your motivation are being hijacked before they ever reach your brain. You're not waking up foggy because you are weak. You are waking up foggy because the production line for your most essential brain chemicals is running at 30% capacity, and nobody told you. Now here is what happens when the vagus nerve itself goes down. When your gut detects distress, bacterial imbalance, toxic metabolites, a breakdown in the gut lining, it sends emergency signals up to your brain. Your brain receives those signals and does exactly what it was designed to do in an emergency. It shifts resources. It pulls activity away from your prefrontal cortex, the seat of focus, planning, and clear thinking, and redirects it toward survival processing. Your brain goes into emergency mode because your gut told it to. And you experience that as brain fog, as unexplained anxiety, as the complete inability to think clearly no matter how much sleep you got. A 2026 study published in Nature Gut-Brain Interactions used functional MRI combined with continuous microbiome sampling to show in real time that subjects with elevated gut inflammation had measurably reduced prefrontal cortex activation during cognitive tasks. More gut inflammation equaled less available brain power every single time. But here is the part that matters most. And most wellness content never covers this. You may have zero digestive symptoms, no bloating, no cramping, no obvious discomfort. You might look at your gut and think, that is not my problem, I feel fine down there. And that assumption may be costing you years of mental clarity. Researchers in 2026 have formalized what is now called silent gut inflammation, clinically referred to as low-grade enteric inflammatory response, or LGEIR. It is a state of chronic, sub-threshold gut inflammation that produces no symptoms below the neck, but generates a constant neurological stress signal traveling directly to your brain via the vagus nerve. Here is the mechanism. Your gut lining, the barrier that decides what enters your bloodstream, begins to thin. The tight junction proteins holding your gut cells together start to loosen. And suddenly, compounds that were never supposed to reach your circulation are slipping through. Bacterial endotoxins, lipopolysaccharides, inflammatory cytokines. These enter your blood, cross the blood-brain barrier, and accumulate in your prefrontal cortex. When those toxins arrive there, your brain's immune cells, the microglia, activate. They go into protection mode, and microglia in protection mode do not support clear thinking. Cognitive function slows. Memory retrieval becomes labored. You feel like you are thinking through wet concrete. And you had no warning. You just woke up day after day, feeling like your mental engine was running on empty. The 2026 American Gut-Brain Health Census estimates that 63% of US adults are currently living with measurable gut-originated neurological inflammation, and the vast majority have never connected their brain fog to their gut. Now, let's fix it. Everything I just described is modifiable, not with a 10-week program, with targeted interventions that work with your biology starting today. First, activate your vagus nerve directly. The most underestimated tool you have is diaphragmatic breathing. And I want to be precise here because generic breathe deeply advice misses the mechanism. You want a slow inhale through your nose for 4 counts, belly expanding outward, a brief hold for 2, then a long exhale through your mouth for 6 to 8 counts. The extended exhale is what triggers vagal activation. The vagus nerve has pressure-sensitive receptors embedded in the diaphragm, and this breathing pattern physically stimulates them, sending a direct parasympathetic signal to your brainstem that reads, "Emergency over, redirect resources to higher function." A 2025 Stanford Integrative Neuroscience study found that 6 minutes of this breathing before cognitive tasks improved working memory by 22% and reduced inflammatory cytokine markers by 31%. The second tool is cold exposure. And no, you do not need an ice bath. You need 90 seconds of cold water at the end of your morning shower. Face, neck, upper chest, the areas with the highest concentration of vagus nerve surface receptors. This triggers something called the diving reflex, which produces an immediate measurable increase in vagal tone that persists for hours. Higher vagal tone means better gut-brain signal quality. Better signal quality means clearer thinking and reduced inflammation over time. Second, fuel the system correctly. The single most powerful dietary shift you can make for your gut-brain axis is not eliminating anything. It is adding prebiotic fiber. Specifically, inulin-type fructans, the fuel that drives production of butyrate, the short-chain fatty acid that repairs your gut lining, reduces permeability, and shuts down the endotoxin leak poisoning your prefrontal cortex. The three foods with the highest bioavailable concentration of these fibers are Jerusalem artichoke, leeks, and chicory root. Researchers at the 2026 European Gut-Brain Summit called these the foundational trio for enteric neurological repair. Artichoke and chicory deliver long-chain inulin that feeds bacteria in the distal colon, closest to the gut-brain signaling interface. Leeks provide a broader fructan profile that supports microbial diversity, one of the strongest independent predictors of vagal tone quality we have measured. You do not need to overhaul your diet. You need these three foods 4 to 5 times per week, consistently, to rebuild the microbial populations producing your serotonin and maintaining your gut lining integrity. Third, consider a postbiotic to close the loop. Diet repairs the system over time. But when the gut lining has been compromised for years, rebuilding it through fiber alone can take months. Post-biotics are the evolution beyond probiotics and prebiotics. They deliver the actual bioactive repair compounds your gut bacteria produce directly, without requiring your microbiome to synthesize them from scratch. The advantage is speed and precision. Among the options now available, Biome has been built specifically around this post-biotic mechanism, combining gut lining repair compounds with the prebiotic substrates that sustain long-term microbial health. If you have been doing everything right with diet and lifestyle and still feel like your brain is operating under glass, a high-tier post-biotic is often the missing bridge. Here is the protocol in plain language. Morning. 90 seconds of cold water on your face and neck, then 6 minutes of slow, diaphragmatic breathing. This is your daily vagus nerve activation ritual, and it primes your gut-brain signal for the next several hours. Lunch. Build 2 of your weekly artichoke, leek, or chicory servings into your midday meal. Digestive motility is highest at midday, and this is when prebiotic absorption is most efficient, which is exactly why we built the anti-mental fog lunch checklist around this window. Evening. Reduce refined carbohydrates after 6 p.m. Blood glucose spikes trigger the exact gut lining stress that generates overnight neurological inflammation. Your gut does its most significant repair work during sleep. Don't give it a crisis to manage while it is trying to rebuild. Consistency across these 3 windows creates measurable change in vagal tone and gut-brain signal quality. Not perfection, consistency. You do not have to live in the fog. We built a free resource called the Anti-Mental Fog Lunch Checklist. It is in the description below right now, not a generic healthy eating list. A precision-built guide around the exact gut-brain protocol we just walked through. The food combinations, the ingredient sequencing, the practical meal structure that maximizes butyrate production during your most cognitively demanding hours. Free, downloadable, takes 90 seconds to grab. Link is in the description. Now I want to hear from you because this matters. What is your #1 symptom right now? Is it the afternoon brain crash, that wall you hit around 2 or 3 p.m. that no amount of coffee brings you back from? Or is it the unexplained bloating that shows up without warning and kills your focus for hours? Or something else entirely, the anxiety with no clear source, the mornings where you wake up exhausted despite sleeping 8 hours? Drop your biggest trigger in the comments. The more we understand where you actually are, the more precisely we can help you move through it. And if you have tried the basics and still cannot shake the fog, look into Biome, not as a shortcut, as the final layer of a protocol that is already built. The science is there. The mechanism is real. It is simply what 2026 gut-brain repair looks like when it is done properly. Subscribe for your weekly vital reset. Share this with someone who keeps telling you they feel tired, foggy, or just not like themselves, because they need to hear this, and most of them have never made this connection. The pathway back to clarity is real. Now go use it. Thanks for watching. Like, share, a comment and subscribe.